There we go. Good morning. Hi, welcome to Unity. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to sing Nothing is Impossible because it's true. Nothing is impossible. And here comes the music. You can clap if you want for at home. Clap along. Help us.
Wilbur and Orville had a dream. Nothing is impossible. Imagine if a man took wing. Nothing is impossible. People laugh, it can't be done. Man's not meant to fly. Their little dream changed everything. They dared to touch the sky. Nothing is impossible. Dreams are made to shine. When you blow by every obstacle and move like you're unstoppable, nothing is impossible. There's a place inside of you where nothing is impossible. Oh, the great things you will do, 'cause nothing is impossible. You were born into this world with everything you need. Hold on to your heart, the magic starts the moment you believe. Nothing is impossible. Dreams are made to fly. When you blow by every obstacle and move like you're unstoppable, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. You were born to shine. When you blow by every obstacle and move like you're unstoppable, nothing is impossible.
I think we have a new trio here now. Kathy couldn't be with us, so yeah, you're a hard act to follow, Kathy, wherever you are. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity. I'm Beth. I'm your PC and PP. That's what I told Sue this morning. I said I'm your PC and your PP today. PP is podium person, and PC is prayer chaplain. We have prayer chaplains now. Every Sunday, you'll see somebody wearing one of these. And that's just to offer prayer support after service, if you'd like. We also have a little, maybe 15 minutes of prayer in the library at night, beginning at 9:30 till about 9:45. For anybody who wants to join, please feel free to do that. We'd love to have you. So today is Sunday. Imagine that's why we're here, right? Okay. Let us begin with our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good omnipotence. And our affirmation, thank you, God, that we have come to this place to release the past, celebrate the present, and embrace the future in love, peace, harmony, and prosperity. And our congregational affirmation. We at the Unity Center are a loving, diverse, inclusive spiritual community who come together to demonstrate and live the teachings of Jesus Christ by listening, learning, empowering ourselves and others. And now it's our time in our service where we take prayer requests. So again, ask you to say a name and an intention, and we will pray for those people today and over the next 30 days here at our Unity Center. And then again, we'll send those prayer names and requests to, say the mother church down in, where is it? Missouri, right? Unity Village in Missouri, where they will also pray over it for another 30 days. A lot of prayer power. So who are we going to pray for today? Ken, okay. Ken for healing. Denise. Rod and Bruce for healing. Cindy. Joy. Joy. Okay, Susan. That's right. Healing. Okay. Diane. Sandy. Cindy and John. Kevin. Yes. Sure. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know your name. Patrick and Paula. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, David. So, anybody else? Dorothy. Or Dorothy. Wow. Cindy. Susan. Rosie. Okay. Anybody else? All right. Thanks for saying that. You know, I was real aware during the opening song, we had two with Green Bay shirts on. Susan was in the middle with blue. That's kind of the Detroit color. But we were 2-1, weren't we? Just saying. Okay, I digress. We're praying. We're praying. Everybody, settle back down. I need to settle back down. Oh, we have many, many, many people to pray for today. And these are only some of the people we need to pray for today, that we need to hold in our hearts. So let us remember today Ida and Dorothy, Ken, Rod and Bruce, healing for Joy and Kendall as he goes into his heart surgery, Lisa for successful shoulder surgery, for Eloise and Sister Catherine for healing, for Beth for healing, for Cindy and Jen and Russ and Ida, for Sherry, for Patrick and Paula, we ask for healing, for Steve, Jack, Jennifer, for Dorothy and Rosie, for all of these people, we ask for healing. We ask also for clarity today and wisdom as we do our white stone process, our white stone Sunday. There's so much to pray for. There's so much in our world. All these people that we love, we send healing energy for. And I'd like to close with a quote here. Let us stand firm in faith that our needs are already fulfilled. Let's look past any appearance of lack or limitation to the truth that God is our unlimited source and supply. And in that we already have healing. And so it is. All right, Sandy, if you would read our daily word for us.
Good morning. Freedom. The divine presence within guides me to freedom. At times, I may feel hemmed in by circumstances, limited by lack of opportunity, or faced with an unwelcome situation and no good choice. When that happens, I may feel anything but free. Rather than despair, I find my freedom in God, in the limitless expression of my divinity. Shifting my perspective from the limits of the world to the expanse and perfection of spirit, peace fills me. I relax and remember that no earthly trouble is greater or more enduring than God. I claim the power of God and feel a strength beyond mere human strength as moment by moment, I release limiting beliefs and reclaim the power I had to given to my problems. Spirit lives in me and as me. The truth is my freedom. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. 2 Corinthians 3:17.
And our musical guest today is our own Kevin Reger.
Good morning, everyone. This is a song that was, the words were written by Woody Guthrie, but he never got around to writing a melody. And when he died, there was a box full of unfinished songs. And this is one that his son Arlo Guthrie pulled out and turned into a song, and I really like it. It's called My Peace. My peace is all that I have, that I can give to you. My peace is all I've ever had. It's all I ever knew. I give my peace to green and black and red and white and blue. My peace is all that I have, and I give to you. My peace is all that I have, and all I've ever known. My peace is worth 1,000 times more than anything I own. I pass my peace around and about, cross hands of every hue. I guess My peace is just about all I have to give to you. My peace is all that I have and all I've ever known. I guess my peace is worth 1,000 times more than anything I own.
To come forward and give our Sunday message today.
So for those of you who were with me last year when I led the message on the day of Burning Bowl, I don't have baby Yoda with me today. I'm sorry. I left his sweet eyes at home because today is White Stone, and we're going to be talking about the other end of that spectrum. We're going to be talking about an I am. Now hear those words. I am. They're really powerful, powerful words. And when I do the message, I'll be the first to tell you that you're going to get a therapy session. Because if there's anything I have learned throughout the years of my children having a really awesome therapist, Renee, if you're watching, I'm talking about you. She teaches me stuff. She teaches me awesome stuff. And so I take what I've learned from her and I share it with you, because every time I do a message, there's something deep in there that is therapy. So when we do White Stone, that is a tradition where last week, Burning Bowl, we released. But with White Stone, what we're doing is we're claiming new. We've released the old and now we're claiming new. This is our chance to look at it as a starting over. So I have an adopted niece named Lexi. She's a feisty one, this girl. And she shared with me some of her writings. And one of the things she said was about a prior relationship. You are a great muse. You're not even a good person though. Whoa. Which had me thinking, wow, okay, there's a lesson there. Do any of us want to be that muse, or would we rather be the positive muse? I think, Lexi, we would all like to be the positive muse. But this young lady put it very clearly, which category do we want to be in? So when we think about those words, I am, they are powerful words. And Jesus knew they were powerful words. The words I am are 7 times in the Gospel of John, just in one gospel. I am the bread of life. I am the light of the world. I am the door. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. And I am the true vine. Think about those very powerful visual messages that Jesus shares with us in the Gospel of John, starting with that I am statement. In Romans 12, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, and that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Now notice, we don't say, what is the will of God, which is awful, sucky, and terrible, do we? He said, what is good, acceptable, and perfect. And that's what white stone is. We're going to talk about the positive moving forwards, the I ams that we're going to claim for ourselves. Now, part of the human condition is that we fall into damaging I am statements. And I know human, I'm guilty of this. My two biggest are, I'm tired. Don't we all do that one? I'm tired. And for a while now, I'm in pain. And it's literally, why am I focusing on this? Part of me knows I shouldn't, but it's the human thing. We fall into this trap. That's not the transformation that God had in mind. Remember, what did we say? Good, acceptable, and perfect. So the transformation that God has in mind is using those powerful I am statements in a positive way. Think of it as your life GPS. When you use that GPS, where do you set it? Where you want to go, right? So think of those I am words as your life GPS. When you say I am, whatever you say after that, you're either casting a blessing or a curse over your life. Claim that I am. But the other part of I am is you say it to yourself. I am. Other people cannot claim an I am on you. Oh, you bet. The other part of the human condition is other people will say things about each other. That is this human thing we do. However, someone saying something about you only has power if you accept what they say as your I am. Only if you accept it. The only one that has the power of an I am over you is you. That's your words. That's your claiming it. Only you. As soon as you say the words I am, you include God in whatever it is that you're about to announce over your life. Because God is the greatest I am of all. Exodus. Then Moses said to God, if I come to the people of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, say this to the people of Israel. I am has been sent me to you. God also said to Moses, say this to the people of Israel. The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and thus I am to be remembered throughout all generations. And that's Exodus 3. Now, I have friends that are therapists, and one of the techniques I've heard used conversationally is questioning statements, which we can use on ourselves. So, for example, I say, I'm stressed. And the response would be, really? Why? And what do we need to do with that? We need to question the source. And then we can find the lessons. Another one that was shocking the first time I heard her use this, she calls the Big Bang. So I would say, I'm stressed. And she would say, okay, so how's that working for you? Now, the first time I heard her use that on my kid, I was a little shocked. But you know what? It makes you stop and it makes you realize that this negative I am is not serving you. So why are you doing that? Why? But she calls it the Big Bang because it really puts things back in perspective in a very powerful way, very effective. Now, what would work? What do we do to get that positive spin reframed in our mind at all times? I am tired becomes I'm ready for a good night's sleep. I'm primed for it. I am stressed becomes I'm able to take on this life challenge. I'm in pain becomes, I'm going to do what it takes to fix this health issue. Remembering also that even if you're feeling a negative I am, feel it for a moment and then realize it's just temporary. There's that phrase, this too shall pass. It's temporary. It's just a temporary state of being. You will find a solution. There will be insights. You are going to ride out this storm. It is just a temporary thing. The lesson we learn from the challenges, that lesson is not at all the I am. The lesson helps you get to the I am. It's not the I am. At Unity, we have experiencing we are's. We are. We are at the moment without a minister. Not forever, at the moment. We are doing just fine in our in-between time. We are a dedicated, creative, coordinated group of folks continuing on a mission while the right minister is being guided toward us. Meanwhile, we are becoming an even better version of Unity. We are evolving. I am works as a group just like it works as an individual because we are evolving. Keeping the positive I am is easier said than done. That's part of that human thing. When we regroup and focus and keep this positive spin on ourselves, we have to train ourselves to keep doing that. It's not ever going to be permanent. It's something that we're going to work on forever. One of the tricks is every negative thought replaced with 3 positives. So, for example, I am tired. Okay, how do we spin that? Okay, I am primed for a really good night's sleep. I am lucky to have such a soft, cozy bed. And one that I've told many friends who tell me that they're having sleep issues is, I have 100% success rate for surviving sleepless nights. Look at me, I'm still alive, and you will be too. Which is hard to remember when we're tired, but at the same time, it's like, it's temporary, it's not forever. And do we want to claim that as our I am? Probably not. That's not real helpful. This is an opportunity to remember that this is your life GPS. This is your thing that you can redirect. What does the card say to you? Make a legal U-turn. They also say make a legal U-turn, but I always think that's silly. But you can decide to reset that life GPS at any moment. Even today, if you write the word on your stone, and 6 months from now, you feel a new sense of direction, you can still redirect. It's okay. That's all right. It's kind of like the stress my kids over declaring a major in college. How many people stick with that major? Not many. How many people have a lifetime career within that major? Not many. Why are we putting this much stress over what you put on this form, which isn't even a paper form anymore? It's you type it in and tell your person. I mean, redirection is part of life, isn't it? I think everyone I know has gone through redirections in many layers. One that I like to repeat to myself, the universe is conspiring on my behalf. That's very comforting. That doesn't mean that there aren't the tough lessons along the way. It doesn't mean that using I am helps with learning those lessons, doesn't help you learn those lessons. We still have to learn those lessons. But you know that I am able to get through those lessons and garner the good from them. I am growing through this. I am learning through this. I am grateful to see the truth. Now let's think about this and say this together. Come on, you guys. The universe is conspiring on my behalf. Now there's a conspiracy theory that I can get behind. Reach inside of yourselves. Reach inside and think about your new year in 2023. I mean, the whole resolution thing. This is a chance for you to have a resolution to yourself. This is a what am I? What do I want to be? What do I want to do? What title do I want to claim for myself? What is that thing that's kind of there that I haven't quite grasped onto? I need to name it. I want to own it. I want it to be. What you want to do is look forward, declare it to the universe, put in your order for it. Order a new name for yourself. Call yourself a descriptor, a title. Set your GPS destination for your life. And I want you to think about this going forward. Okay? Yes. All right. Now, while we meditate, I want you to simply think, I am. Take a few minutes in the silence. Silence is important. I want you to think the words I am. Let the spirit come into you. Feel it. Find the word. In a few minutes, we'll do our white stone ceremony. Now, as you start to come back and think about the words that were floating around in your head while we were having some moments of silence There were words flying around in your head. There were feelings flying around in your body. Something may have grasped and something may not have grasped. This will be the starting point as we get ready to do our white stone. Kevin, we're ready to do white stone. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Somebody was fully meditating. Does there anyone that does not have a white tile and a marker? Now, is there anyone that does not have a permanent marker? Because there is a few of the washable markers that were in that box, and if you have a washable marker, we have to be careful. Candy, we have a marker exchange up here. What we have learned, see, lessons are helpful, is if you have a temporary marker and you write it on your stone, it's going to rub off. And that's not the purpose of an I am word, is it? Though I often wonder if there's a symbolic meaning to that too. So there. This is your chance to think about that. What do you want to call yourself? As you hold your white stone in your hand, and I do recommend that you hold it in your hand and kind of get a sense of it. Know that you're starting with a clean slate. White stone is a tradition in choosing a new name as you claim for yourself moving forward. You claim it as your I am. It's a word to symbolize going forward, renewed, improved, and reborn in the new year. When we do this tradition, we're focusing on descriptors we wish to become in 2023. And just like our opening song says, without limitation, without being held back, the descriptors that you truly wish for yourself, without that fear of, I can't, because this is your I am. You need to wish it so. I invite you to consciously invite the activity of God, the Holy Spirit, into your heart and mind. Feel it. Feel that guidance with the words that were spinning around in your head. Feel the guidance for one of those words to stand out amongst the others. Perhaps there's a new career, a new title, a new quality that Spirit is putting out through you. Perhaps there's a need in your community that has not been addressed. And Spirit is saying you're the solution. Your new title is going to be helping the community with that problem. Feel it. Give your ego some time off and let that divine holy self come in through you. Give yourself permission to know that you have a new quality and a new name. When you feel moved, write your word on your stone, and you will carry it with you and carry that word in your heart. Allow God to express through you and as you. If you see a symbol instead of a word, feel free to write that as well. For some, the symbol speaks louder than a word. Behold, the Christ of God in each of us says, I'll make all things new. And as that new I am word becomes clear, write it on your stone. Commit it to being your I am. Title, author, sober, grateful, healthy, an action, something you wish for. I've had my word in mind for a long time. There's a word that'll come to mind, and that is your I am. It's just like being a teacher in a classroom to see who's done with the worksheet. How are we doing? Have we found our word? You're still, oh, coloring is good. So we have a word and color. I like that. I like the sound of that. Years ago, my daughter had a fantastic art teacher who told her that their assignment was to take words for emotions and create an image to represent those emotions. And she picked anxiety, depression, and joy. And she created the most powerful images to go with those emotions, these imaginary creatures that represented each one of those. That is where the art can go with the word extremely well. I still have those. Candy, I'll show them to you sometime. The coolest project, I'll tell you, that art teacher really had her stuff together. It was awesome. So as you look at the stone, as you hold the stone, as the stone is part of you, the stone is your I am. A couple things I want you to keep in mind. The stone is your I am, but just like your GPS, if 6 months from now, this isn't working for you, you get to redirect. You can find a new I am. Your I am is your choice. You declare your I am. I don't declare it. That's between you and God. So hold your I am, knowing that that is your I am right now as a direction for your plans. But you have the flexibility to allow yourself that if your I am changes, you can do that. Realize that you have that gift of choice. You have the choice to live differently now and in the future, to live a more fulfilling life, to begin again, and to connect to God with everything you wish to co-create with God. Behold, I make all things new, for you are my beloved in whom I am well pleased. No negatives there. All positive I ams.
Thank you, Sandy. That was very fun. And something we can take with us for sure. Okay, our offering prayer. If you join me, please. There is no lack or limitation. Freely I give and freely I receive from God's abundance. I am blessed as I give, and unity is blessed in receiving. Someone passing the basket. Sue is passing the basket. And there are ways up on the screen, other ways to donate if you so wish from our friends who are streaming us. And Kevin will give us another musical number.
This is a song written by the Old 97s. It's one of my favorite groups. Usually they sing about heartache or partying too hard, but this is an exception to that. And they put it on a Christmas album about 4 or 5 years ago. Snow fell like a peace treaty on the fields of wheat, on the streets of the city. And we all came together and we all felt the joy from the oldest grandmother to the littlest boy. We were arm in arm on Christmas morn, just waking up. It was the crack of dawn. So look to your left, look to your right. Every one of us is a beam of light. Together we're strong, there's no need to fight. Every one of us, a beam of light. Snow fell, not a moment too soon, on the young, young man, on the old man too. We're all singing as one out here in the snow, beneath the rising sun. There's no need to go. So look to your left, look to your right. Every one of us, a beam of light. Friends all around, not a villain in sight. Every one of us, a beam of light. We're all singing this morning after the silent night. Every one of us is a beam of light. Friends all around, not a villain in sight. Every one of us is a beam of light. Every one of us is a beam of light.
Thank you, Kevin. That was lovely. Let us all raise our hand and or hands and bless these gifts that we all have given to unity. Help us grow. Help us share this where it needs to be shared. Help us to take care of our needs to keep our center running. We say thank you. And so it is. Okay. Kendall, good to see you. Announcements today. Next week, Patty Pipia will be our guest speaker. She'll get things revved up again here. Book study starts again on Thursday, 9:30 here, virtual or in person, standing at the edge, finding freedom where fear and courage meet. Please join. Silent unity prayer is immediately following that at 11 o'clock. You're welcome to come or again do it virtually. Our discussion groups, Course in Miracles, Joanne leads that about 11:45 after service. On Sundays, a Life Journey group is reading The Quest. Second and fourth Mondays, 6:30 here. Come anytime, peeps. You can join the group. And if you don't have the book, don't worry about it. Visit our website. Lots of good information on the website. You can view services and see what's going on, and some musings are on there as well. Always need volunteers. I was thinking about it this morning. I asked Sandy if she would do the reading. who's ever doing this PP, podium person, is get somebody to do the reading. So if you'd like to be a reader, please let us know, okay? Because we'd be happy to have other people read. So thanks, Sandy, again. Diane is in the back. Let her know if you'd like to help with anything, or if you don't know what you want to help with, but you want to help, talk to Diane and she'll find you something. Yeah, she'll tell you what to do. Oh, did I say, was that my outer voice? Okay, potluck and games, on to fun things now. January 29th, that's a couple weeks. We will have a potluck and a game day. And I think the thing is Pictionary. I haven't played that in a long time. And I kind of hate it because I, flunked art in first grade, I think. But it's a great time. It's, if you just let yourself be. So plan to come, bring a dish to pass, and have a little fun after lunch. And let's stand and sing our closing song today. And we can join in a circle or a line or something. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us.